Hey guys, so this is a little bit of a different setup. I'm not sure if you can hear me. I think you can, but I just want to make sure. So tell me if you can hear me. Just let me know. Actually, make sure that works. So if you guys can hear me, let me know. If you can't, say something. Um, I am in a remote location, and the stream got delayed just because of life. Really, I was putting my son to bed, and I definitely passed out too. So just let me know if you can hear me or not. Um, I need to just make sure the speakers are good. I think you should be able to hear me, but again, just let me know if you can or you can't. Um, I think you can, but I can't see anything. Hold on. Uh, can you hear me? And if you can, we are good to go. Again, I do apologize, but I am streaming from a remote location. Okay, cool. So everybody can hear me. So this is a off-the-cuff video. I wasn't able to film this morning or today, not till tonight anyway when I get home. But I wanted to talk about Salad and Vast and the AI market. Now, I know a lot of YouTubers are promoting it. I know Brandon Coin's using it, Panda's using it, and there's nothing wrong with it, right? But there is one reason that I have not gone on it yet. And talking to a few people who are on it, I kind of wanted to say something to everybody about it. So this episode of the lunchtime live stream is going to go probably for, I would say, about 30 minutes to an hour. I don't know. It really just depends on how my kids sleep and how my timetable looks because I'm leaving my remote location soon. So for everybody who's tuning in, thank you so much for joining. Basically, like I said, the biggest thing I want to cover for everybody who's listening and watching on stream is the reason why I am not on Salad or Vast. And it comes down to network security, right? Now, when you are renting out a rig for AI, you are essentially giving them control of that PC, which is fine. Some people don't mind on it because they don't like the abuse that these people will run your PC on. They'll push your CPU and your GPU to the max limit. And look, I don't necessarily have an issue with that part because you're building these machines to be able to be ran like that. What I really have an issue with, though, is you're giving these people access to your network, essentially. And if you don't know how to secure your network correctly, which, I don't, not yet anyway, not to the point where I would let somebody on my system, and, if you don't know how to do that, then you're just opening yourself up to getting hacked. Now, I know someone who's actually using it on a hotspot that has nothing to do with his network. So something like that is fine. But until you fully understand how to secure your network, and I will try to do some research on this and maybe get a video set up, I wouldn't recommend using it. Now, if you're like someone like Mining King who specializes in network security, I think you know what you're doing, I think you're fine. But what I'm saying is I don't think using Salad is worth, a few bucks here and there at the moment. Now that's not to say once I get on, once I understand how to secure my network, that won't change because it's certainly not the worst to be diversifying your farm. But I think as it stands now, it's very hard for me to recommend Salad or even something like Vast AI, right? To everybody. Backwards Miner says, I know how to secure my network and I still won't do it. Yusef says, just load Windows Lite on your GPU cards. Look, like I said, I don't know what the proper answer is. I'm still doing research, but for now, I don't like letting people on my network. So, maybe if you really believe in rentals, you could set up a network that's just for this service. Now, will it cover your cost? I don't know. Um, if you look at if we look at the salad requirements, it's not that terrible, right? Let me see. If it says I'm just looking at some salad stuff. Now, look, I know some YouTubers that are sponsored by salad, and obviously, you got to make money somehow on YouTube. So I don't think that's an issue, and I don't think salad's bad. I think that people need to understand, the negatives to it. And I don't know. I'm not totally on board with renting my equipment yet for other people to use. I think it needs more. I think I need to do more research, and I think I need to set up like a dedicated, either a network or a container or something that I can keep people out of my network. Now I already have a separate network for my mining. I will say that. So all of my mining rigs are not even on the same network as my other computers. So maybe I would do something along the lines of maybe just setting up another container in that. I don't know. Backwards Miner says, just keep making salad videos so miners will leave. I'll get more yield. But, one thing I've also heard about salad too is I've heard the more people that are using it, the more people that are using salad, like the more container or the more PCs you have on salad, it doesn't scale as well. So it seems like it's one of those things that scales pretty decent with like one or two GPUs. Again, I need to do more research in it, but mainly the reason I haven't jumped on it yet, besides personal commitments, is just because I don't really like how it opens up your network. And I think a lot of people, like, I don't even like mining on my home network, which I don't do. And I think a lot of people do that. And I think you just have to be cautious on, you just have to think about network security. Because like anything in crypto or mining or AI or rendering, if it's too good to be true, it usually is. So I just, I want people to take that into consideration. And if you I talked to one of my buddies this morning who's on Salad, and he has no idea how he secured his network, which makes me kind of think like, I don't really know if it's fully secure, man. So it prompted me to do this. And now I wanted to make like a full video on it. I just didn't have time this morning, so I thought I would talk about it on the live stream. So you do your research on it, but like I said, the first thing I would definitely focus on is network security and seeing if it's for you. But right now, it is not for me. And this is honestly the same reason why I never got into Vast AI. First of all, I think I know your GPUs are more profitable on Vast, but like, I don't know. The only ones that seem like it's really worth using are, the RTX 4090 and the 3090, and it says you get 18 cents an hour, assuming you rent it. But also, the cost of getting a good computer up for Vast is not cheap. I think my computer just froze. That's weird. That's interesting. I wonder if it froze or not. Sorry. Nope, it didn't freeze. It's just Windows 11 just being a pain in the rear. But like, if you're making, say, what, 80 cents an hour on something like Vast AI, or, I'm sorry, yeah, that's obviously not including your power costs, which I don't have in front of me right now, but like, that's like 15 to 20 bucks a day. Patrick Murphy says, I can make more money collecting empty cans on the side of the road. Probably could, and with less risk. I don't know, guys. It's hard to get excited about something like this. Like, my farm is doing fine right now, and I have no network security issues. I don't know. I guess it's not the worst thing, but I think you're going to see a lot more rental services getting popular, so I think it's important to not deny that they could be useful. But I don't know. We never saw that proof of useful work revolution that we thought we were going to see. That kind of didn't seem like nothing came about of it yet. Now it could be, but definitely haven't seen anything about it. So, and then AI rental services. Look, again, it's just me. This is just me kind of going off the cuff, but I need to understand it better, and I need to understand how how to secure everything. Really, that's the first thing that I need to understand. So I'm going to do a bigger deep dive into this probably later this week or next week, and give you my final thoughts on it. But Patrick Murphy asked, "Has Flux even launched 100%?" Yeah, so I have not really talked to them since a little bit after CES, which was in January. So I honestly don't know if they've launched 100%. I'll make a note to try to reach out to them in the future, but as far as I know, they have not. And Shock Miner says, next video, YouTube gets all crypto stolen from a salad job to wrecks their network and wallets. Well, to be fair, if you have anything on your network, like you have a wallet PC, you should probably have that off when you're not using it. I have two PCs that have all my wallets on them, and they're not even on all the time. I don't leave them on. Like, they're only on when I need something from them. But look, guys, it's tough right now because, like, everybody's desperate to make their machines profitable. And, it's hard to deny the money. Like, I know people are making money off of this stuff, but, I don't know. I think, and I've seen, and I actually saw something on YouTube where Son of a Tech actually brute forced his Steam password. So that's kind of where 2FA helps. Chris Hanley says, my only argument is this. If the person renting your machine is mining on it, I'm giving someone else the chance when they don't have equipment. Look, I think mining rentals, Chris, could be, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. Like, if you're getting paid for someone to rent and mine off of your stuff, like, it's like that nice hash rate where people are renting hash power on certain algorithms, and it's like decently profitable. I'm not against any of this, right? I just want to make sure that you're securing your network. And like, for me right now, my farm is making me like, I want to say like $30 a day right now, ish. So, it's not the worst. It's not the best. It's very little. But I'm not doing any work on it, and I know my network is secure. So, I don't know. I guess that makes me feel good. But I also do have a pretty decent-sized farm, and I can handle mining in the summer. So, it's really tough right now, actually, on understanding what the right idea is. Because, like, when something like this comes up, and you see, like look at all these YouTube videos, and again, this isn't me knocking anybody, right? Because I think Brandon, Hawk, Panda, I think they all are really good at what they do, and I think they're all very honest people. And I think they're just answering your questions. But, like, these guys are definitely making money on salad. And you see people doing it, and it's kind of hard to see what you think the right thing to do is. So, I definitely, like, I've talked to some of them. Like, I've talked to Brandon Coyne, and he said that sometimes the network actually is having a hard time scaling to meet demand. But he never said anything about, having an issue on network security or network stability. But I think he's partnered with them as well, which I'm pretty sure he's publicly stated. And, again, that's fine because you got to make money somehow. And I'm sure he knows how to secure his own network. So for him, it's probably worth it. Let's see. Chris Hanley says, to be honest, I only got $1.59 for 24 hours on a 3900 KF and a 3070 Ti. That's not bad, right? $1.59 is more than you would make on a 3070 Ti a day, right? But let's see. Rabbit was honest. Mining YouTubers have nothing new to talk about, so they will just make any topic that gets views. Look, here's the thing about that stuff. Everybody has to make money, and everybody has to do things. Everyone has to get interested in their channel in order to get sponsors and to make money, etc. That is one of the reasons why I just don't do mining on my YouTube channel. I have a lot of non-mining content coming up that I am super excited to share, and honestly, my biggest videos are not even my mining content videos. It's just something that I'm able to do. Like I can just do it. I know a lot about mining, and I can do a topic about mining, and it doesn't take a lot of work. And right now, you're seeing a lot of mining because of my sponsorship with PCSP. They sent me a ton of octo miners, which, by the way, guys, you should use. I just got a code for them, by the way, to save some money. If you use Croup5, it's 5% off, and they have a lot of these things. So I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. But I'll be doing. I have like 4 or 5 more videos on my shed, like redoing my shed coming up, and I'm kind of intermixing it with a lot of more GPU content. And Yusuf said, "What's on your network that's worth hacking?" It doesn't matter. It's just getting on your network. You never know what's on somebody's network. You don't know. Like, look, the people. If someone has something worth hacking, they're not going to tell you about it. Like, you don't know what people have on their networks. So, there's that to consider. But I definitely am starting to do more non-mining content because, like what Jock Miner said, there's not a ton of mining content right now. I mean, there always is a little bit, but like mining profitability kind of sucks right now. I mean, let's look at hashrate.no, right? And again, thank you for bearing with the lower quality of the stream. For anybody watching and for anybody listening, thanks again. I always appreciate your support. But like if we look at GPUs and you want to see what GPU profitability is right now, like Graham isn't real. It doesn't count in terms of America. Jojo says, if important, should have made a video. I don't understand what that means, Jojo, if you could clarify. Dom Mining 5, watch Red Panda's first part salad stream. He explains network security. So, Dom, I'll have to check it out. And I know Panda knows what he's talking about because he used to be in network security before he did it. So I don't doubt that. But I didn't watch his stream. I was busy this weekend, and I'm sure a lot of people were busy too. And Yusef says, chasing new coins on hashrate.no. You are too late. We totally understand that we're too late on that. But using hashrate.no is a good barometer of where the market's at because not everybody is going to be the first to a coin. They're not going to nail something really fast. Look, I'm not spec mining anything new right now. I missed the Zealous Fork listing. I listed Zealous Fork listing by an hour, and then it wasn't even worth selling at that point. So I'm just kind of holding on to like the 50 Zytec that I have and seeing what'll happen with it. It's all good. Just stay off Chlor. Yeah, I actually am spec mining Chlor. It's kind of funny that you say that. But if we look, right, you have not that much in terms of profitability, and like we can't even really get to Graham. Like I'm not mining Graham with my 4070 Ti's, right? I'm actually on Zealous with them because you can't even exchange Graham on an American exchange. So then you're kind of like you're on like an Ironfish, maybe. Where's Zealous on here? See, like Zealous shows 21 cents profit. These other ones are like these other ones are like 30-ish cents, but the problem is a lot of people can't triple mine in the summer with the heat, which is not very fun. Backwards Miner says he's mining XNA, Raven, Hyperia, and Iron. And Patrick Murphy says he's just been on Chlor for a while now. So it's interesting you say all that because it's really hot right now. Like Zealous is actually not the worst for heat, and triple mining is not the best for heat right now. Like there's not a lot of my GPUs I put on triple mining right now, and I don't know, guys. Like for 10, it says it's 10 cents, but obviously if you get on the top one, the yield goes down, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, I'm gonna look at 3070s. I want to see what hashrate.no says for 3070s right now. Let's see. By the way, 3080 makes 31 cents, or no, what's it make on Zealous right now? 31 cents. That's not the worst. let's see, where is the 3070? Gotta keep going down a little bit farther. 3070, Zealous is making 20 cents. I mean, it is the most profitable thing to mine on Zealous, and it's not going to kill you with how hot it is right now, but oof. Profitability is tough right now, guys. Crude BC 160 really efficient on iron. Yes, the BC 160 is very efficient on iron, but I actually was thinking about selling my BC 160s because I just don't like having so many different kinds of GPUs. But they're definitely decent on iron right now, and I am mining iron. I don't know if I want to stack or sell it right now. Where am I going? I want to go to Live Coin Watch. I haven't really tracked any prices this weekend. I kind of unplugged. I've been unplugging more and more because it's the summer and there's things to do, and the news cycle is kind of really slow. Let's see, Zealous. How bad is Zealous doing right now? Woo! I'm glad I sold my bag at 25 cents or 25. I sold most of my bag at 25 and 23 bucks. Glad I did that. Wow, it's kind of taking a hammering. Let's look at iron. Everything is getting hammered. Oh my goodness, iron slipped under a buck. Woo! Ooh, this is rough. Let's see what a lithium's at. That's what I've been mining and selling into is a lithium. And lithium's down too. Everything's down. I'm hoping those ASIC announcements kind of help. Let's see. Patrick Murphy says, I've been having to shut off on the odd day or two because of heat. If I'm in the basement gaming or whatever, it's unbearable. And that is very true, guys. Like, I don't have anything in my house. Like, the only thing in my garage that's on right now is my 3 KS Zeros, my 1 BC, or my 1 Jazz Miner, and that's it. And it's still hot in there. It's like 85 degrees in my garage right now. It's brutal. Let's see. Backwards Miner says 35 mega hash, 74 watts via PMD. Yeah, it's really good. Look, I know people are saying you should spec mine. Right now, I'm busy with life, and I'm going to start, once I finish my shed reorganization, which I don't have that much more left to do, I will be setting up like a spec mining area where I plan on doing a lot more spec mining. Like on certain rigs will be dedicated just to spec mining because I know how much power they use. Let's see. Dom G says Zealous price is down, but so is hash rate. Yes, the Zealous hash rate is down. Let's go to mining pool stats, which is nice. So the profitability is kind of staying the same. So like, part of me is kind of debating if I want to hold a little bit of Zealous right now or not. I don't necessarily think I will, but we'll see. Let's see where Zealous is. All right, Zealous. Whoops, gotta go back. Let's see what the network hash rate looks like on Zealous. Let's see. I don't really know how to determine the Zealous hash rate, but it looks like it is down by about half from when it was at its most popular. So if that's the case, that is pretty nice. Thank you guys for everybody who were joining, by the way. We're going to go for another 15 to 20 to between 15 and 30 minutes. Are you guys, so how much does heat affect, actually, I do want to ask this question on my poll. I'm going to do a poll real quick. Golden Wolf says Zeph is locked for no deposit on Zeggy. So I heard that there was an issue with Zephyr, actually, that there was a coin, algo flip or something's wrong with it. So I'm actually turning all my CPUs off of Zephyr, and there's another thing I need to do tonight is I need to figure out what I want to do with with my CPUs right now, because until the Zealous fork gets released, CPU mining is kind of rough right now. I want to start a poll real quick. Are you guys mining differently because of the heat? Are your mining priorities changing? I'm trying to figure out the right way to ask this question. Are Are you mining different coins because of the heat? Is heat affecting how you mine? Is heat affecting how you crypto mine right now? So it actually is affecting me because I actually turned my iron rig, I turned my 170 HXs off triple mining and I put them back to single mining right here. Mining versus here versus up. That's interesting. I'm actually, when I get off of the stream today, I think my CPUs are still on Zephyr. So I'm actually going to pull them off Zephyr real quick, and then I'm probably going to move them to something. I don't know what I'm going to move them on to. I'm probably just going to shut down right now. We have no AC at the office with free power. Wolf, Yusef says. At crew, BC 160, 50C on memory, CMP 155C. That's not bad. My 170, so it's about 90 degrees in my shed at home right now, and in my shed I'm at about 80. Or let me see, my 170 HXs are at they're about 73 degrees, and the memory's at about 80 to 85. So that's not too bad at all, actually. I'm quite happy with them, actually. Patrick Murphy says, it's too hot and I shut down from time to time. My wife says leaving the basement windows all night is irresponsible. She is right. And that is why having those octo miners are nice. No, in all seriousness, though, being able to mine in the summer is really important. Backwards miner, I have to get one of those CMP 100s because I want to do a comparison versus the 170s to the CMP 100s. I'm just not ready to buy one yet. So I'm not, I need to borrow one or like get one sponsored from that company. So I got to kind of reach out to them. So we'll see. Alex says you can use a mining tent, a grow tent, to keep the heat out of the basement. That's interesting too. Backwards Miner says he's getting 52C on the core, 64C on the memory. Well, your temperatures are better than mine. But you know, my sixth one should be in shortly, and I'm going to do some hash rate testing on that. I'm actually ordering a seventh one, I think, this week. It just depends on how my finances look. But I definitely am about to finish my first 6-card 170 HX rig, and I am excited about that. I'm just looking at my shed temperatures. I don't have it connected over here where you guys can see it right now. But those PCSP cases actually aren't doing too bad. I just had one of them crash, actually. I have a bad 3060 Ti, and it's causing havoc in my it's causing havoc in this one server case that I have to fix it, and I'm gonna do that tonight. Fun times, right? It's always fun times in the shed. But remember, guys, also something else you have to consider is that just because you have OC stable right now doesn't mean they're going to be stable when the temperatures get really hot. So you have to understand that you might have to change your rigs, or like you might have to change the OC settings on your rigs from time to time. As I've been learning that the hard way, and it's a lot of fun. Just kidding, actually. But that is something that you may have to do as well as mess with your overclocks, which is one thing I'm having to do with my single rig. Yusef, shoot me a DM on Discord. Maybe I'll borrow one from you or buy one or something. So yeah, shoot me a DM. Let's see. Backwards Miner says 79F for intake and 89 for exhaust. I don't have. So I actually, let's see what my octo miners are saying for the intake and the exhaust. Because the octo miners, even the PCSP ones, give you the temperature for that. So that is really nice. My 170 HXs, they're telling me that my intake is 29C and my exhaust is 30, is what they're telling me. So the air is hot, but it's moving fast. So, but I expect that because it's in the 90s where my shed is. So, let's see. Scott Retrotech Mike says Scott Sheffield banned. We don't talk about that coin. I don't know what Scott Sheffield was talking about. Let's see. Yusef, just join my Discord if you want, and hit me up there, and we'll talk about it and see if we can make something work. Because I definitely think I'm gonna use a CMP, or maybe I'll borrow one from a buddy and try to get some testing done on them. Sorry about that. So, as far as anything else goes, I actually do want to ask you guys while we're talking, are you guys excited for the new Zealous algorithm? I will be interested to see if they make Zealous profitable on CPUs. It'll be interesting to see if, because I don't know if, I'm sure you guys already heard, but they did testing on the algorithm. Let me take a screen grab of it and see if I don't know if you guys have seen this, but the new update is on the test bench. It's basically says we're planning to do the hard fork with the following changes. They're going to update the POW algorithm to reduce the gap between CPUs and GPUs and make it much more secure. I don't understand how they're going to make that secure. And they're going to reduce the percent of difficulty changes for each block, which I guess is interesting. Maybe it makes for a better network. But I'm not going to complain. I am not going to complain if Zealous makes CPU mining profitable as well. Like, it would be cool if you could have CPUs and GPUs on the same algorithm and they're both profitable. Kind of like Cubic did, but Cubic has all those weird changes, and I'm still on Cubic, but I have a feeling that it's going to be the last time I'm on Cubic for a while, is what I'm thinking. Let's see. Yusef asked if he just sent me a request on Discord. I'm going to check my Discord real quick. Shoot me a DM. Try to shoot me a DM. I don't see anything on here that says you shot me one. All right. So, what do you guys think? Are you guys going to mine Zealous on your CPUs? I would be interested to see what it's like, CPU and GPU mining on the same coin. I've never really seen it in a way that doesn't completely screw one side or the other over. So, let's see. Retrotech Mike said, I almost did a video comparing Versus and Zala profitability to Salad, but then I realized how insanely profitable it is, so I'm keeping it to myself. Hey man, you do what you gotta do. Like, as everybody knows, you tell me about a coin, and if it's profitable, I won't say anything until, it gets out there. I'm never the first to leak a coin, and I don't think anybody is really. Like, I think if you're profitable, you're not gonna share anything, you know what I mean? Hold on, you said someone's trying to join my DM me. I'll give you my, I'll put a link to join my Discord here. Here is a link for my Discord. Hold on, I'll put it in the chat. Let's see. Frozen Crypto says, I'm happy mining Zealous on my GPUs. Look, Zealous is profitable. Zealous is paying my bills, plus a tiny bit of profitability, plus I'm able to spec mine a little bit of stuff. So I'm not complaining. I would be interested to see how bad my profitability is in about a month when I lose my really good rate. So I'm not excited for that. But until then, I'm profitable. Also, it doesn't hurt that my entire farm is like, I don't have old GPUs, and everything has still been been profitable. What's up, Arc Crypto and Mining? He said, hello everybody. We're at 2:05 here again. Thank you to everybody for listening in on this hot day in the Northeast. I hope you guys are keeping pretty cool. I really do. And I hope you guys are enjoying your summer so far. And so going on my chat, on the poll, right, it says, is heat affecting how you crypto mine right now? And 41% of people say yes. 59% are saying no. I will say that it is for me just a little bit, but overall I'm kind of sticking to what I'm mining. I also don't have a lot of GDDR6X memory coins that I'm mining, or GPUs that I'm mining with, so I don't have to worry about that. My 3070 Ti's, I'm going to move into a server case this week as well because they are kind of taking a beating out there right now. Actually, let me look. I'm going to look at some hash rates while we're talking since we're all here hanging out. You guys tell me a coin you want to see, and I will let you know what the hash rate looks like. Because I'm curious. I haven't looked at hash rates probably for like a week, honestly. RetroTech Mike says, I'm getting summoned to a meeting. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for joining, everybody, and thank you for joining RetroTech Mike. For anybody new listening, we had talked about the dangers of using Salad and Vast due to network security, and now we're just kind of looking at hash rates, and we were talking about how your mining is going in the summer. Let's see. Scott Sheffield says, I want to set up Rainbow Miner on everything. I'm tired of chasing. I heard NiceHash is actually doing pretty solid on hash rate rentals right now, too. So looking at iron, and I can't, it looks like iron's difficulty obviously fell off a cliff. It looks like we're at about almost 3 terahash, so it's going down. Neoxa, okay. Let's see. Neoxa hash rate. Neoxa. What is Neoxa's hash rate? Hash rate history. So Neoxa, the highest this year was in January when you were at about, no it wasn't, I'm sorry, it was about February. We were about 651 gigahash, and now we're at like 278. Or no, I'm sorry, about 400 or 350. So like the network's down by about 40%. Travelers, what's going on? He says he's working but lurking. And those are the people that this stream is meant for. The workers and the lurkers. I want to see what a lithium hash rate is. Well, let's look at Chlor real quick. So Chlor is one that I'm building a bag of. I don't know how big you would say this bag is, but I'm trying to build a Chlor bag. Hash rate history on Chlor. So Chlor was at about 5.7 terahash, and we're at about 2.8. So Chlor's lost about 40% of its hash rate. Let's see. Let's look at what else is everybody mining. Let's look at Caspa. I just like looking at Caspa because I know all those new miners are coming out, and I have an awesome new partnership that I'm going to announce soon, probably at the end of this month. I have a KS0 Ultra being sent to me for review, so it'll be interesting to see what that looks like. Hash rate here, oh my goodness. So the hash rate history of Caspa 1 year after the ASICs hit, right? So we went from 900 terahash to 306 petahash. So what is that, like 300% network increase? Wow. Caspa is nuts. Patrick Murphy says, stop talking about Chlor. And Yusef says, Cobra. Let's look at Cobra. I don't know what Cobra is. Let's see if I can get it. Cobra. It's not on here. So Kobra. This thing, Cobra Dag? Is this it? Cobra? Is this it? I don't even know any of these pools. I've never heard of any of them. And it looks like the network hash rate on this thing has gone down quite a bit, if this is what it is. Ark said, I ordered a KS0 Ultra. A bunch of my buddies ordered one. Honestly, if you compare the KS0 Ultra to like a 3070 in terms of price and profitability, you're probably going to make like a buck a day for a little bit. So it's definitely not going to be that bad. I don't know anything about this coin, but it looks like the network hash rate has gone down quite a bit. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. So Coda, oh, it's Pyram hash. Oh, all right. Is this even on an exchange yet? I never heard about this. Is this thing even on an exchange? I mean, you could triple mine it, but the problem is that if you triple mine it, your GPUs are going to cry right now. And if you just single mine it, you're kind of taking a risk. So I don't know. Silo mining pays good. I don't know what that means, Yusef. I didn't even know this was. I didn't even know about this fork. This is hilarious. This fork has been out since May 30th, and this is literally the first I'm hearing about this one. Or maybe I've heard about it and I'm just totally ignoring it. Um, does GPU mining Zell pay off? Why do I calculate a low gain? I don't know if the calculators are working, but um, the but it's profitable for me. Let's see so it's on finance.x. Its 24-hour volume is $62. So like if one person sells it, the market's gonna crash. That's wild. What's like here? Let's look at Cedra, right? What's Cedra's 24-hour volume? Cedra 24-hour volume. At least Cedra has some kind of volume, 130,000 in on Max Trade Ogre, not 1900. I'm actually mining Cedra on my KS zeros. Yusef says I was doing over $20 a day on it. That's awesome. It doesn't look like it's tradable now, though. You know how these coins work. Like, look at Nautilus. What's the volume on that? 7,000. Like, oh my goodness. Like, there's no Nautilus volume on Isgegi either. What's Husat's volume? I was mining and selling Husat. Husat, not even $1,000. Man, all these Casper forks are going to absolute crap. You're saying that's not accurate. Well, I mean, I can go on the exchanges and see what their volume is. Like, look at Husat, right? Let's go to Trade Ogre and see what the daily exchange is. The 24-hour volume. The volume right here. It says it right here. The volume says $779. So like the volume doesn't seem like it's that off. BitMe is on that same crappy Finance X exchange. Look, I made money on it, but I got burned on Xbitron. Like if you're using these crappy exchanges, don't leave any coins on them. Less so than you would leave them on like a Trade Ogre and an XGigiX. Man, look at how bad. What's PubDags? I got burned on PubDag. 1,700. I wasn't able to sell fast enough, and I definitely got burned by PubDag. I'm not mining any of these. Like, all right, so I'll tell you guys real quick, because I'm going to stay on for probably another 3 or 4 more minutes, right? And Yusef says just mine and sell every day. It works. Yeah, I know it works. I'm just saying, like, you can't hold any of this stuff. I'm looking at my farm and what I'm mining, like, just to share with you guys what my farm is on right now. My BC250s, temporarily at least, are doing iron and cubic. My BC160s and my 170HXs are on straight iron. And the rest of my farm is literally on Zealous minus my 5000 series rig and my 6000 series rig. And they're both on Chlor. Like, I'm not really speccing too much, and I'm selling Zealous basically daily. Oh wow! So this is a little rough right now, guys. A little bit rough right now. A little bit rough. So looks like I had another rig crash. You're gonna have to hold on. I gotta duplicate this, guys. Just make sure you check your farm. Sometimes your overclock settings are not going to be the best when it gets really hot out, is what I'm gonna say. 280 should be fine. So you're just gonna have to probably have to have like different flight sheets for different algorithms as your rigs behave differently. So let's see. Still got Caspa stuck on Trade Ogre. Oh, I'm sorry, Alex. That's a bummer. I actually got lucky on Pub. I was on the PC right as it listed. Now, I've been pretty lucky as far as being at a PC when coins list. And I like this last two, like the Pug one I wasn't, but I only had 2 rigs on it. So it is what it is. And then I was unlucky on the Zealous fork. And by the time I got my stuff on it, I don't know. I only had on the Zealous fork, I literally only had 2 on it, like two rigs on it, and one of them was 1660 supers for a little bit, and then on my pub dag, I had my farm on it for 48 hours. So it is what it is. So yeah, these I don't know. Bunga was a big bust for me too, because Bunga never even. Oh, Bunga did list on an exchange. I forgot it listed. I have a lot of Bunga, and I should maybe look to sell it. I didn't even realize Bunga listed. I have a ton of it. Let's see what Bunga's worth, so I can look like a fool. I think I have like 1 million Bunga, right? I didn't even know Bunga listed. That is hilarious. And it's not even on here. So Bunga, let's go to Bunga. I didn't even realize it was on Trade Ogre. Let's see. It's down 20%. So I think I'm going to dump my Bunga. Let's see. How much do I have? I think I have like, if I were to sell my Bunga, right? I think I have like 1 million of it. Let's go down to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. $5 worth of Bunga. So that was an utter waste. That's fun. Maybe it's 1 million I have. Whatever. If it's literally 5 cents, that is hilarious. Now I mined it all when it wasn't worth anything, so maybe I'll just sit on it. Who knows? Yeah. Art, weren't you trying to mine 1 million Bunga, or was I crazy on that? I just remember that I had no idea when it listed. I didn't even know it listed. I was mining Bunga for a little bit, basically wasting power on my KS zeros, but they made so much money that in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. That is hilarious. So if I mined 100 million Bunga, it's worth like $55. That I definitely didn't mine 100 million Bunga. So maybe I'm going to sell this $5 worth of Bunga and move it to Caspa and be sad I wasted my time. At least Seizure's not a bust. So, hey man, that's what happens when you spec mine. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Ark, you mined like 3 million Bunga? Yeah, so like it looks like we all wasted our time mining Bunga and we didn't make any money on it. I mean, unless I don't know when it got listed. It looks like it got listed. When did this get listed? Looks like it got listed a while ago and I wasn't paying attention to it. Just buy Peppy and wait till November, till their tier 1 exchange. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I was going to buy Doge when Doge was worth like, I don't know, like this. I was about to put $100 in Doge and I would have had a few thousand. But, you know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Let's see. And I lost on Bunga, didn't lose on Seizure, didn't lose on Caspa. Thumb the brakes, right, guys? Thumb the brakes. So yeah, I think at this point, I think I'm going to jump off. I've been on for about 50 minutes. My kids are probably going to wake up soon, and I got some stuff I have to take care of. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Now remember, guys, to go over it, be careful mining on AI platforms until you understand how to secure the networks. I'm going to reach out to Mining King, to Red Panda, and maybe I'll do a video on this coming up. And guys, I also want to say that I got I do have an updated code for the Octominer X12 Ultra. If you type CRUT5, all caps, you will save 5% on this order. So it makes a good deal even better. And I hope you guys are able to successfully mine in the heat. And there's a lot of spec mining coins out there right now. And you just got to be careful because you're going to hit on some and lose on others. I've been losing more than I've been hitting lately. I lost on PubDag. I know I lost on Bunga, and I think I lost on Zytec, the Zealous fork. We'll see on that one. So again, guys, just be careful, be safe. It's summer. Make sure your farm is able to handle the temperatures. And thank you guys again for watching. This was a fun one. I had a lot of people. Smash that like button, please, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll be back on Wednesday and on Friday on the usual times. Thank you guys for watching. Maybe I'll see you on Helldivers later tonight. Crewman out.